watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV. You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.
Come back. We apologize for that break day. Now due to power cuts, we'll get at the studio, but don't come back. We continue the Liberty Breakfast Show. And earlier, we tell una say today we dey talk to the first term Deputy Auditor General, Tamba Momoh, as people can remember some time back over 2 years, it be the stand trial na before a tribunal court where the government's been set up outside them be they investigate them for alleged professional misconduct and other things then. And also today we can analyze the state of salon economy. As earlier we tell una say na the studio we get an economist, we also na a lecturer na Frabe College where the lecture na the Economics and Commerce Department, a name na Mohammed Ibrahim Justice Ganawa. It can give a professional perspective as to usai salon economy they presently. As soon as remember 2 weeks back we don't do market series, also they're gonna various markets them, talk to the market so and then forget their own side why prices them they go up in the country. And we'll talk to the Deputy Minister of Information also. We go tell we waiting at the things then way them as the government don't put in place for ensure and stabilize the economy, especially in the area of cost of living and the inflation. So they go directly as they wait for get Tamba Momoh as they don't join with the virtual link. Good morning, Mr. Momoh, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija, and thank you very much for the invitation.
We don't tell with viewers them this morning. This go be the very first time aside the press release them we done the issue for let people them go here and get first-hand information as to what happen exactly. The term where you have been Deputy Auditor General na Audit Service Sierra Leone. Firstly, before we can look at the trial and the investigations where you and the Auditor General don't go through, reports don't come out, they don't make the recommendation, and the day before Parliament now, and you they refer your own issue for administrative actions by the board. Let we start for look at Udana Tamba Momoh and how many years you serve as auditor till you rise through the ranks, you become Deputy Auditor General na Audit Service Salon.
Thank you very much, and I tell all my ado, as you rightly say, I joined the audit service in January of 2009. Before that, I don't work on a boku side. I'm a qualified accountant. Once a qualified accountant, I qualified as I'm a professional accountant. That means to say, not to just degree in accounting. I study with a professional body. I get 3 professional bodies the way I get membership of the accountancy qualification. I don't qualify as a proper member of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants in the UK way back in 2003. 20 years ago, I've become a professional accountant. And before I proceed, I want to let people understand, say, accounting is a profession. In fact, I'll be reminded this morning what I think about this interview for, say, accounting, the first accounting, professional accountancy body where Mr. established in 1854, Scottish Institute, that's what they call them. 1854, now they don't establish that institute. The institution where me belong to, when I ACC, or one of the institutions where I belong to, when I ACC, now under 1904, now they establish them. So this is now a profession we don't do around for a very long time. And you don't become a professional accountant, study no more, you get degree in a university. I want we establish that very clearly because beaucoup people then job title, then call them accountants at the office. But they are not professional accountants. So now maybe about 400 or so people they want to know when they belong to the institute, when at the Institute of Chartered Accountants, of Sierra Leone, when we own local body salon. So I don't know work na boku agency, I don't work na government, I don't work na United Kingdom, na government, me na being civil servant, accountant, na home office, the one that we know home office. I don't work for audit firm, then na UK. I don't work na private sector. I work na private sector. Before I come back na salon. Before I come back na salon, I work for Celtel for 1 year. Me na been financial planning manager there. Then I move commodity. I go audit service. And audit service now advertise and job. I not sabi nobody there. I not member there. I go for interview. Then offer me the job, the audit service board. For all intent and they running this, they do work. Me joined, like I say, January 2009. I meet Madam Lara Tilopias Day. In that himself, I've been deputy. We all have been deputy. We work with Madam Caesar, we now blessed memory now don't retire and pass away. So after Madam Caesar retire, the president, in accordance with Section 119 of the Constitution, first of all, let me appoint Lara as acting Auditor General, and we all work till them appoint him, and then come on Parliament and Parliament approval. So around in our audit service, we do work. I don't serve now many capacities. I don't audit many clients then. Now audit service, Sierra Leone and other places, I don't involve in all kind of audit work. So forgive a background, me technical, me now qualified accountant, me not to accountants no more by title, the England by Domot say, these are the accountants in the office. Me now professional accountant. I get degree then yes, but don't degree and they not to make me professional accountant. Me now qualified member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sierra Leone and qualified member of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants in the UK, as well as the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners in the US. So now we campaign qualification, qualification and the experience, like I said, I don't work now all institutions. Like I know to audit service. I join audit service, in charge of special audits. The audit service get structure where I left there when 4 deputy then. The Auditor General get 4 deputy the way they support them. Then deputy then they, now then private firm, now then they call audit partners. That means to say that then they in charge of them work where they don't give them. Now me indeed responsible for the audit of the office of the president, the office of the vice president, parliament, the judiciary, the Sierra Leone police, immigration, a many long list of departments then we are responsible for. But I can start by saying, me not responsible for the audit of Freetown City Council, but we'll come to that later on. Yeah. So we don't carry work, we don't do good job. People don't know about the work they don't do. They tell we get the 50th independence anniversary. We audit that process there. In addition to normal audits, what they do. We'll get Ebola. Now we're not the only country, and the 3 countries that we mainly get Ebola, we do audits. We publish the reports and people then see them. So we don't do good work in our audit service. We'll meet audit service, we'll meet there. We've all been work hard for it come up. Audit service been all reached to a point now. We don't big. In fact, I will tell people that confirm the way they listen. In 2013, the Auditor General applied for become a member of the UN Board of Auditors. That means to say, then get a board of auditors there. When are 3 Auditor General in the world at any point in time that then they did. That 10 day will they apply. Now Tanzania been there about for finish, India been there, and Germany been there. That's how much progress make. When we join audit service earlier, what say professional accountant there? I don't talk about them put the work out with accountant. When we talk about professional accountant there, we'll not be reach 5 now audit service alone. Now about 35 or so we then audit service alone by the time we on the left. So we don't make a lot of progress, and people them they see. Even this administration, they tell them in opposition, they use we reports there. Then they go sit down already all and they explain what we write in the reports there, which is good. I mean, at the time as opposition, that's what you do. You hold the government to account. When they come, according to their own government transition report, then say the audit service alone, perhaps now the most effective public sector institution at the whole of the country. Okay. In fact, that GTT report say one of the recommendations where they make there, they say let the Auditor General conduct a technical audit on the following sectors: telecommunications, energy, civil works, and social security. The work being so pass mark, the Auditor General, Madam Lara Telopias, he talked to in company at the African continent. Some then can for we help we. Tanzania sent 10 auditor them for car help we. Kenya sent 10 auditor them for car help we. Ghana sent 10 auditor them for car help we. Then we put 20 auditor then we on our audit service. So now 50 auditors there. They mean they do 11 audits at the same time. Now maybe they're in charge of that audit. The then Minister of Finance, Mr. Jusu Safa, I think. Yes. Mr. Safa go tell people that say, on at the back of in car before printing press. Now life would post in streets. Tell me do not, me and in. Would they wait for this report here? We'll do when at the technical audit reports. We work fine, one problem no day. COVID come, we do COVID audits. Problem for more do COVID audits now, nine issues and begin car up. The issue of this
Mr. Momoh, we will come to all of the issues and you will get opportunity for explain to viewers then this morning. Also, you think say una go wrong. But let me look at the tribunal now. The investigations where una go through for over 2 years. This tribunal committee be the investigate una concerns come up from the public say why the investigation don't take too long. And at some point, the public begin allegation then say, now una be the drag the investigations, una not be the go before the tribunal committee, and in fact, una be refused for testify for una self and give the committee first-hand information, una be rather prefer una legal team for represent una. How true them allegation they are saying now una drag the investigation till it go over 2 years?
The investigation, then suspend we the 11th of November 20. For Motimi I think it was on the 5th of December 2021, where the president constitutes the tribunal, then sworn them in and all that. From the 5th of December 2021, the first meeting of the tribunal, now the 17th March 2022. So we business, not we go tell and say, una sit down first, una no carry it, una no begin the tribunal it. Then begin on the 7th of March, we'll go there, they're not talk serious. We sit down there, then say, well, we don't care, we not radiate, we not get paper, we don't enter, this and that. They adjourn, law come back on the 7th of April. We go the 7th of April. They not get printer aids, they depend. And they postpone to the 3rd of May. They adjourn to the 3rd of May. All the and all day, now the tribunal and the proposal, and the proposal. I would say categorically and clearly, and if anybody get evidence, me, I know. Then I don't see some surrogates there when they go on TV or then they go on radio program and talk about things that we don't understand. And no evidence, I explain. We find for explain no, but this is a professional business, this is a technical issue. Anybody will get any document anywhere where me or me lawyer writes to the Attorney General or writes to the tribunal say, do you me clients know they or me not available, let it hold on for me first. Let them bring their letter, they come. I know one day request for an adjournment or a postponement of the go talk for himself. But as far as a member, you know, as far as a member, now one great time Mrs. Lara Telopias don't ask for adjournment. So all the days they would have now the tribunal may give we. For instance, the tribunal after the 3rd of May, then say meet on the 4th of July. Sometimes the day for the tribunal, now then they tell we say when I again, we don't adjourn, we go tell on the next day we say on a come. On the 4th of July, adjourn. They don't proceed. They say, look, on the 11th. The 11th, then postpone. They say, look, no come. The 25th, then say, look, on the 25th of July. Then say, look, no come. 5th. Then they say 10th of October. Then say, no, no come again 10th of October. Now, tribunal have been a delay. Listen, we don't get difficult examples in Africa. We don't see now the Kenyan, where Kenya get something as important as presidential election, we put in the contest. Now, 14 days, the Supreme Supreme Court gets for decider. 14 days. This tribunal could have been finished in 1 month. I see some sides, some people say they pay the tribunal panelists, then they pay the city fee, or we don't know. I make the tribunal delay. One day, me, I'm on me lawyer, not ever ask for an adjournment of this tribunal. Because one of the tribunal say, we don't need for the day. It are the rules of the tribunal. Now we all agree the rules. Now the right time they bring it to we not disagree to we take them. The rules say we don't need for the day as long as we get representation. So me no see no people and they will talk down there. When it comes will not take witness stand, will not talk, will not answer, will not defend ourselves. Khadija, nothing only for defend. Me people, nothing only for defend. Now talk no more, them they can't talk. Then say, now say, what do you mean they go defend myself and for? One me junior staff can say, I be give you one letter for lay sign, you know, sign her. I said, no member say, give me a letter for sign her. When my lawyer ask her, you get any evidence that me give this letter? Or you been giving some more any letter? Yes. What's not the evidence? Now be here. I want to go argue with somebody on the internet. So the evidence for say you give me letter and when you talk no more, none of the evidence. You get any video clip, any audio clip, any email with the letter there. He say, boss man, look this letter, sign out for me. Then I send email back to you, say, no, we not sign this letter. The careless statement they're going to make there about how what me say about how the auditor get integrity, the audit client get integrity. Now me own business than they. Would I not sabi ISA 240?
Critique them
Or sabi
Mr. Momoh, some of una critique them, they
Yes,
say una been get the opportunity for take the witness stand, clarify all the allegations we levied upon una, but una been fail for use that opportunity, they take the witness stand. Why not now una want for come out after they don't make recommendation to parliament and also the board for remove una, and now una want come and explain to the public?
We not being no need for explain anything because we not accuse ourselves of anything. We not accuse ourselves of anything. The way accuse we, me not a lawyer, but my lawyer tell me say the burden is on them for let them waiting they accuse we of. So we not begin nothing for talk. And we been think say the tribunal go see say the people that we can not talk no more than talk, they not bring nothing come. So the report for don't clearly state say now they can and talk. Me no need for prove anything. Me no need for prove say I'm innocent. Now the people that we can make allegation against me, now they for prove say are guilty. That's what me understand now. So the reason why they come up now, because even the tribunal self, if in the duty for the tribunal panel, for identify say, then people are not talking about they can't talk. We will talk about the substance of the issue then. They will get it quite straightforward. When me they respond to the tribunal on the 3rd or so of January 2023, I submit the 200 pages of documents. Now, agents, now they are go print them. 200 pages. The tribunal not mention one. Now, 44 different documents and 44 different documents with total page numbers of 200. They not mention one. Now, tribunal is, now not talk about the tribunal, so who can be? So the people that they say, oh, we're not defending, we not get nothing for defending. Somebody say, I'm not a thief man. So if I just come and say, hey, I'm not a thief man, I prove I'm not a thief man. Then he talks to me, I'm not a thief man, I can't prove that. No. Then say, we commit, or we do this, we do that. Then they can't prove that. They don't prove nothing. No explanation no more. They're not getting no reference, they're not getting no standard. They're not getting no explanation no more.
As it stands now, Mr. Momoh, as it stands now, the report already don't come out with all of the issues the way you don't make mention. Una not be involved in the process and all of the things then they say. So waiting on a position with regards to this particular report now, waiting on the way forward.
First of all, I not say we're not involved in the process, so we've been there. O lawyer dem dey there. If I not there, me lawyer there. And that's what the rules say. One of the rules then say, if you not there, forget lawyer where they represent you. And me lawyer them in there now. All the meeting there, and all the meeting the way me there, me lawyer them in there back. So we've been there part of the process. We've been think say, wait and see, say the people that we can lay complain. Now talk no more than can talk. The tribunal for don't see say, now talk no more than can talk. They not put down any clear, concrete evidence. Law begin address the issue then one by one. Address the issue of third-party confirmation. When nine are the big elephants in this room. All man the Allah, at the city on the way we study accounting, where they can and they talk on the radio, then the winner stooge then and they can
in the area of Mr. Momoh, in the area of the third-party confirmation, as something there where we will let you break down for the audience then say una consult a third party without permission. That's not the issue. So get permission from State House before una confirm.
Okay, first of all, let me make it clear before even I go to the standards. Let me make it clear. The third party confirmation we will do. In fact, not two party confirmation there. All them people that we can give evidence on at that tribunal, I'm more for them in my accounting experience and qualifications. Some of them are 1 year membership, they get, some they get 3 years. That's number one. The third party confirmation type day. Third party confirmation for account balances. That means to say, when we do audit, when they can give you financial statements, then say, now them people here, the people that we owe, we name them this, now this much they owe we. The people that we owe money, now this much we owe them. The people that we bank, now we bank accounts, then this, now the amount of money where they inside them bank account, then the auditor then, and not they just take the client in word say, it must be saying not true, now the bank account then this way then get. It must be saying not true, now the amount of money then this way then at the bank account, if money today. Or it must be say, now the debtor then this, now the list this, now the auditor they do, the standard permits the auditor for do what they call third party confirmation of account balances. Now, that third party confirmation day, because you ever go ask bank, what's not the bank balance for the institution where they audit, the bank will not ever talk to you. So you need a permission of the client for go talk to this bank. Now the same thing we can do, then call on circularization, debtor circularization, creditor circularization. Now the terminology then they use, or they ask them people there. Or they write to them, debtor them, yeah, when I tell we amongst this company, when I owe the company. Or then creditors there. Yeah, when I tell we amongst this company owner. So that confirmation they different. But the tribunal, either they refuse for understand, or they're not able for understand, and they don't ask people the way understand. Then sit down, people then can't lie, but then put the way lie, then they'll go meet other side tomorrow. I'm not going to mention that there. We'll have done a technical issue. We'll discuss on a technical forum.
Mr. Momoh, we'll get a document now. Mr. Momoh, we'll get a document now. They can project now the screen for the viewers them. When at the ISA 240 section A9, where they talk about an audit performed in accordance with ISA really involve authorization of documents. So they project that now for the benefit of the viewers them. You can just explain that because it ain't connection. Because it ain't connection to this third party confirmation without permission.
Thank you. Put her off. Please.
I can just they explain that particular clause the while so the projector.
So this standard here, now in the guide we, in terms of how do we work, and in terms of standard, by the way, then standard here, all the service just adopt them, not to we the institution will write them now into side. Right? They are normally borrowed from the RSAs. A little bit technical, but now international standard, la put on that with it. The international standard, I want to read them first by English, I read them by Creole. Yeah, wanna go be with me. Now, this now ISA 240, where the technical just go for color, ISI 1240. It say an audit performed in accordance with ISAs rarely involves the authentication of documents, nor is the auditor trained or expected to be an expert in such authentication. However, when the auditor identifies conditions that causes the auditor to believe that a document may not be authentic, or that terms in a document may have been modified but not disclosed to the auditor, possible procedures to investigate further may include: 1, confirming directly with the third party; 2, using the work of an expert to assess the document's authenticity. This is not the international standard. Let's get up and create. It's an audit where they do, audits where they do, where they use ISA them. These are the international standards for international standards on auditing. They say it's not so involved for check whether documents genuine or not genuine. They say, and also they're not trained, or the people then nobody know they expect them say then are document expert them, like expert for authenticate documents. They say, however, where the documents where the auditor they doing work, identify condition them pan documents, where cause them for belief say then documents here they're not authentic, or he notice say they don't change something them pan documents, but they not tell and say they don't change them thing then they say the possible thing the way you get for do for let investigate further now for go direct to the now for confirm directly with the third party. The other option we give is say now for use people there where say master sabi for access documents there for check whether documents authentic or not authentic. Now done so. You know go see these statements now any side on the tribunal report. Because this statement talk say if we get document we not to expert them for examine documents. Nobody they expect to say we sabi tell whether document fake or not. He said, but if conditions that exist, we make like we believe say this document not look authentic, and it look like they don't make alteration, they don't make changes them on the document, but they not can tell we say they don't make them changes then they. Now the option and another way give it. He said, let go direct to the third party. How many go direct to the third party and they go take permission to the second party? I they go direct to the third party, they go pass through somebody. Would I go right standard in common sense? Say somebody where they allege say commit an offense, or he probably don't tamper with documents. They go ask the right standard where they go say now for go ask that person their permission for let go check that document. They go give you the permission.
Them, Mr. Momoh, according to documents the way they now at the public, we go viral, it clearly shows say we una go consult this third party, una find out say certain receipts the way they present to una from the office of the president na be fake receipts then. As auditor, una get this information, una come back to them.
Yeah, there's this issue of fake receipts. What are we saying a fake receipt too? And me no know about document the way they say themselves. Me go talk on waiting then at the tribunal report, or some of the things they will talk at the tribunal hearing where the tribunal not include in reports. Then document here, the Attorney General can go as evidence, where one Mr. Jajua go as witness. Then receipt here wouldn't give the auditor them. Let's explain briefly about it. This receipt there wouldn't give the auditor them, then give them for money wouldn't take for and on behalf of the president. By the way, nobody no say that the president take the money. Now the scope, now take the money. Now all the money. That's what the document then say. Now the scope, now then bring the documents them, where then give the auditor them through the accountants and the office of the president. Then documents there, where we look them, as how the standards say, condition them in the document where proof say something look wrong with them. They're not tidy, the dates them mix up, the amount. One, I know sabi boku, me no dey stay in a boku hotel in Africa yet, but I know sabi boku hotel, particularly in West Africa, where they charge some of the money they will be the pandemic receipts per night. I know sabi no hotel where they charge in dollars, where you multiply them by days, the answer na in pounds a day, or the other way around. No receipts. Choi to himself, where they give you receipts. Everything is inside the only day. So then condition here, who see them pan this report, pan this receipt, it been cause we for believe there's something wrong with this receipt. And we go to the standard while we just now. He say if you get any reason for belief, say then don't alter this, but they not tell you, or it not look like say authentic. He said, no, go to the third party then. So we'll go to the third party then. We no hide, we'll go direct to the third party then. The response where the third party then give, we receive them. Now the verification report, we put that, we summarize the response there. We say, then receipt here we them provide. We know they take them because they are inconsistent. They're marked by inconsistency, inaccuracies, and incompleteness. Now, so them in turn. When we send that report to the State House, the office of the Secretary to the President, for let respond to that query, he writes letter to the Auditor General. He copy the Speaker of Parliament. These are audits between Audit Service Sierra Leone and the Office of the President. He copy the Clerk of Parliament, the Speaker of Parliament. Let's start with. Mr. Secretary to the President, you don't want to see Clerk of Parliament in report when I'm in the audit, the Clerk of Parliament. He wanted up in your report he sent to me. He not commode, he copied the judiciary. Now the judiciary. The Chief Justice don't want to send letter to you, Mr. Secretary to the President. It's audit query there. When we will issue audit query to them, would they deal with to them, we and the clients? He copied the Inspector General of Police. The Inspector General of Police, I made the audit Inspector General of Police. Mr. Secretary to the President or Office of the Secretary to the President, the Secretary to the President. You don't want to see Inspector General of Police in audit query there. So this was a complete unnecessary steps. The president has been, or the office of the president would have ever advised them. They don't give them wrong advice. They don't mislead them. They don't make wrong decisions. And me, I go say this. Mr. Gaima, who is now, or Dr. Gaima, who is now the secretary to the president, Dr. Gaima, I appeal to you. Take 10 minutes, ask the Attorney General. Let bring you all the receipts that we don't give you, like, we don't bring at the tribunal. Let bring to you all the responses from the hotels then, where we contact, where we bring at the tribunal. If you look for 10 minutes, if you think say the advice can give the president arrive there, if not the rest, we're not carry on with someone go. By the way, Mr. Gaiman, I'm a teacher. Teach me general people about accounting. So I say this because
earlier you mentioned.
Finish this. This is very important. Yeah. So on the issue of verification, we needed no permission. The Constitution, section 119, subsection 6A, where the Auditor General is doing work, you don't need nobody in permission. You don't need nobody in direction. And the standard tell me say, anybody will give you document who will get suspect, will consider for be authentic, let we go direct to the third party. Now the third party will go direct to. And indeed, to answer your question, Khadija, we went back to State House. I included. Anyway, we put on some people and they go make comments say, me not go talk to me auditor there. Let them go do ECT. There is a standard called ISA 140. He say the Auditor General or whether it delegates to now get ultimate responsibility for the audit. This is my audit. I am responsible for this audit. In fact, I'm not the Auditor General anymore because the ultimate responsibility is delegated to me. Me staff then sit down and give them documents will look like say it has been tampered with, either then turn a blind eye or they are so incompetent, they're not the document. ISA 500 say where we get documents. One of the ways they get evidence, now for do recalculation. If you give me receipt, Khadija, the ISA 500 say, I for recalculate that receipt today. For make sure say, the total weighted at the bottom of the receipt, it tie up. If you see some of them receipt here, it's shocking. It's sad. But the office of the president has been badly advised by people who have their own personal agendas, starting in people with the ministry of, the president do well, don't begin move some of them people, then let them go sit on our house.
Momoh, earlier you make mention of audits one have been do during the Ebola funds, where this government now during entering in opposition. Now some of the things then this so them they use for call out the present government by then, and in fact them they praise una say una professional, una they do a very good job. And also during the GTT reports, they reference some of una audit reports them where una don't they do for show misappropriation from the former government in power. Now, you think say that because of the fake receipts here, where una go back and consult third party, where confirm to una say they're not getting kind of receipts then they're not they charge in dollars, and according to what you say just now, the receipts they would present to una from the office of the president, they're not tidy up, and even the currency them they're not match. You think say that they una begin go wrong with the government?
Oh, we have done nothing wrong, Khadija. We don't go wrong anywhere. I think, like I said, in my opinion, people then don't go give wrong advice to the office of the president in terms of, in fact, I bet a lot of people there don't see the documents here. People don't see the documents here. Let the government people there, let them ask the Attorney General, let go show them the receipts then. Some of them receipts are way see, the people that will do this job for cover themselves, and now then suppose for the USA who they so today, now then they suppose for don't they investigate. Not to we will catch them with them pants down, excuse me, French. Yeah. Now the people that way will not do nothing wrong. Look at the standard. I don't read that for now. I try for read a criminal, I try my best. He said go direct to the third party, Khadija. That's what we did. And let's also add the organization where they write them standard into side. Now they write them standard here. Then can't they testify? Then send somebody it testify. Then don't write press statements for say, if not for them third party confirmation, I no more get it. Madam Lara Telopias and Mr. Tamba Momoh, they will not get no issue because now the standard now they follow. The standard here, not to McKinney that writes them, not to McBoroka that writes them, or Bo. The standard here, now New York that writes them. And the standard there, the institution we write an intosai, don't confirm, say, we are follow the standard. We go now with African Continental Body. Afosa E, don't write say to the tribunal that 10 day for say, Afosa E, then they build capacity for all the English speaking countries in Africa. They say we follow the standard. We own local institutes. When are the Institute of Chartered of Sierra Leone, we'll go ask colleagues and for go interpret the standard. Now the standard we follow. So who's one now, 2-3 lawyers and get out and say, this is an accountancy matter, and say, no, we'll not follow the standard. They don't even mention the standard itself. So we'll not do anything. We'll not do anything else. People can just get a view about us.
Mr. Momoh, with this your opinion, now looking at the accusation we levied against you and Lara Telopias, we get for do with una professionalism, una integrity and other issues them. And same also see the accusation we get for do with for this audit, we get for do with confidentiality, and the accusation we get for do with how una the leak information to the Africanist press. How to the accusation and maybe against una?
Okay, first of all, I don't want to take too long on this. Anybody waiting say, me, Tamba Momoh, when a member of na Salon, when a member of ACCA, na the United Kingdom, when a member of ACFE, na the United States, if you know say, if you believe say, if you confident say, I don't commit professional misconduct, gather all the documents them, write to them in institution they are, complain to them. Let them run, then go deal with me now. Let them run after me. If anybody no get down there, as far as me concerned, they no get nothing on me.
that from where una step aside from the audit service salon, the Africanist press don't become irrelevant. They're not they publish again sensitive document of the government when they publish. They also una audit report even before una go there in a parliament. Africanist press they don't publish it.
I'll tell you about Africanist press. I send you 2 reports of the Africanist press. Africanist press, most of the things they work, nothing they way happen, the time way they happen. Remember, say the financial year, na January to December, it's all a calendar year. 5th of January, Africanist press, where they talk about the president in visits to Lebanon and so on and so forth. 5th of January, 2021. We're not gonna audit, audit service not gonna State House for go audit day. Say May 2021, 5 months after where the year don't end. So it cannot be that now we they give Africanist press information. Me Tamba Momoh, me no sabi Africanist press themselves. I don't know business with them. I know they operate that way. If anybody been they give information to Africanist press from audit side, we don't stop for give them. Now the people that women they undermine Lara Tilopias, where them want to work, and them in Tamba Momoh, where them want to work. When they don't get the work now, they don't left for undermine because at least Lara is still suspended. So if they say now time they get there, we don't know. But sometimes the people that women they get there, when they don't get the work with them now, they don't left for talk about to Africanist press. So we don't know Africanist press done that or not. But I conclude on this Freetown City Council. Freetown City Council, not only the audits they will fumble them, the Auditor General, the auditor, the person who is responsible for them, and then 4 deputy there, where they put the auditor, the audit service organogram. Now one Mr. Abdul Aziz, we're currently now the acting Auditor General, now responsible for the audit of Freetown City Council, not to me, Tamba Momoh. I know one day Freetown City Council. And Freetown City Council has been always audit. Mr. Aziz, now don't they sign Freetown City Council, their audit opinion. So me don't know what to make them not suspend Mr. Aziz, then promote act, then they run after me. Me we don't know nothing about Freetown City Council. The only thing when me do about Freetown, when me any link when me get with Freetown City Council, me na special audits that they in charge of. One of them na performance audit. And we get a performance audit. One of the Freetown City Council don't with McKinney, Bo City Council, and Kenema City Council. But then we dey try for see, not to pay money business. Oh, now for see no more, then project when they implement, when I do not project there. What's in the impact? So anything for do with Freetown, projects them, all they under Mr. Abdul Aziz. Now they in charge. So if they're not suspend her incident office, then they can't ask me. Let nobody ask me about Freetown City Council in financial transactions then. Whether it been a transformation project or not to any building trees or whatever, all things are Mr. Abdul Aziz, 9 in charge. 9 don't forever they in charge of that institution. If you look at the audit service organogram, he was the Deputy Auditor General in charge of ministries and local governments administrations. I mean, a special thing they do. So I don't get much time. Until I conclude with this.
Finally, as a professional, you don't take with you your credentials and how you don't work for audit service alone for a very long time. The conversation where a lot of cities in them, they talk now that as a country, how then they treat professionals them, we don't work na the public service and later go through all of their investigation there. So now a tribunal reports don't come out, they don't make their recommendation, you for go through administrative actions by the board. As a union, you feel like say government treat you fairly?
Well, me and to all man judge, me they go about my business. Yeah. They go about my business. I want to address one issue where somebody mentioned, sometimes say, we'll go check hospital record, this and that. All this na Alice. Me usa train, na UK train. In fact, la conclude Khadija. The SLPP parliamentarian, they will be in a parliament. Yeah. The last parliament, i.e. 2012 to 2018. I get one nickname where they give me in the parliament. They call me British trained. I'm not gonna call the one that way Sabi, maybe call me that name. Why they do me work? I do am proper. I not in a political party. I not belong to any political party. I not get family where belong to a party. If anybody see me in a political party rally, or to attend a aid. So all the allegation they open the way make, I will conclude and say, Dr. Gaima, you teach you general paper culture na Albert Academy. Then we sit here, sir. It not go take more than 5 minutes. Take them, look them for yourself. Rely too much on people that they can't experts them look there, you sit here. They stand to damn the reputation of our country. Not to me on Momoh. They're intact. They're intact. Would that one challenge me? Go talk to me institute na ICASL. Go to ICCA. So I rest my case. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Khadija.
Thank you very much, Mr. Momoh, where you talk to we for the very first time after we una don't go through the investigations and the reports they now before Parliament and that of the board. Many thanks for you join with this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks for inviting me.
All right, that's now Tamba Momoh, the former Deputy Auditor General for Audit Service Salon. For the first time, they give a side of the story we get for do with investigations, where them they go through before a tribunal court for unprofessionalism, professional misconduct, and also confirming with the third party without permission. All of that it all addressed inside the breakfast show this morning. And earlier I will tell us today they can analyze the state of the salon economy. We'll get with two studio guests there when they come back to them. I'll get an economist and also we get somebody from the government spokesman office, so in the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, with the deputy minister. Well, they can look at now the current state of salon economy, and also when they look at other issues they will get for do with inflation, cost of living, and everything. When they start with you, Mr. Ganawa, from a professional perspective, currently, if we talk about the state of the economy presently, outside salon economy day.
So basically, one thing about economics, most really lie about economics nothing will be given by data and given by fact. So if one look at the state of the economy, most thing to see the economy really not the good shape. It is really difficult for people who live in this particular jurisdiction, and the figures that they show out there. So let me just look at key indicators that we call macroeconomic indicators. So the first one I want to look at is the order for the inflation we mentioned, for which most people in this part of the country they complain a lot about how they need to manage their daily welfare, that is to say the environmental issue. So you will see say inflation only really up in terms of the statistics we get from Stat SM, where they show say from 2023 December we be down 50%, now only now to 29.5%. But that's now waiting the officially. And also another thing where we look at when somebody talk about the economy, therefore do with how the private sector say they do well in terms of employment, in terms of the growth really happen in the economy. So recently something happened in May this 2024, we go for a base. When they say a base simply means say we may get a particular year or we call standard base year based on the activities we happen in the country. So in May we base, when we base, a lot of things can change. So statistically, if you look at Salona, you will see in GDP, that is to say, what's they produce in the country, the growth rate will move from 4.7 to 5.7%, way because of the base. So it's in this base actually, the last time we country based in 2001. So it means a lot of activity they happen now in the economy, we know within a framework of calculation for the GDP. So one of the things that will happen now, salon, if you ask everybody before I can't talk this, and few people will do research, and will tell you say the economy, agriculture only contributes the greatest to the economy, but that won't change after the base. Agriculture will contribute 64.4% to the GDP of the country, but now they don't change significantly. now at the service sector now, and they contribute 49% of the country economy. And the base involved the Okada riders, then keke, the entertainment industry. So like it don't give some semblance of growth, and that help will reduce the GDP to debt to GDP, because we don't go to a very high level where very close to 90% now, will be scary for the country. Now it will reduce significantly now to 66.99%. Then the revenue to GDP don't go up, because whenever you rebase in such kind of situation, the trade rate now will go longer like 48%, but that reduce significantly. Now 7.2 now revenue to GDP, which is also not a good thing. So in terms of looking at the general economy, I think factors and I think key macroeconomic variables are normally impact. And one other key thing way for me, I the impact inflation than any other thing, because as a country, over 70% of what we consume as essential goods in this country are import to import. And the only thing they right now inflation, what we call import inflation, and the exchange rate. So we find out say the exchange rate is stabilized a little bit over the period. The rates at which we a lot of people they think say how long to 30 million now for $1, but it's still there's a bit around 22.5 to my official and the black market 23.7. So given the state of the economy, looking at the statistics that is lying in the status of the economy now.
So Mr. Deputy, you just waiting Ghana don't talk about USA don't talk say the current state of the country economy not in good shape. Now once you want for agree with according to in statement we make.
Thank you very much. I really wish I'll be permitted also to just briefly talk on waiting Mr. Momoh talk, because as a government spokesperson, somebody take almost 1 hour they talk about issues. If I not comment and not respond, I disservice to even the position of our own.
No, Mr. Minister, we don't bring you at the last stage speak on
yeah,
this.
but when you bring me here, you know, we don't respond it. This is the first time he has responded.
Okay, you can go ahead and
I was
respond.
very much impressed with all written in highlights about himself and qualifications, this and that, and years of experience in that field. It tells us we have very good resilience, and I also like we acknowledge that in the opposition we really rely on audit reports, we use it, and even when we can't into governance because of the work, we still maintain them. We allow due process, they can, meaning we are very impressed with how they don't carry on. Like, it owe much respect to human integrity. Every other person will respect to integrity. The president also, and somebody who will carry on, not carry himself. So you are between the president and the people, somebody between you and the president. Okay. If allegations they are on the presidency, then by law, a set of investigation panel. I think so once you will missing us, absenting yourself from the panel. All these those things we don't go through. So if you may accord that panel this opportunity for go explain, just like somebody go to a police station, they go accuse me. Then somebody go give witness. Even if not correcting, not to correct it, you go give witness. Then they call me as a candidate. Until they write the report on me. They have begun explaining say I don't be supposed for candidates and we go see that person talk. No. I think that is what is missing. What I really think is be wrong. Because if you bring the people that will be sitting on that tribunal, they go through their own CV. These are prominent people, former high court judges. If the president or the office of the president is dissatisfied with something, and by our constitution, it's a good tribunal for let them investigate, let them clear this thing. Then it's set on that tribunal, then call you. Even if somebody there for go represent you and talk for you. But I think you know the best servant for yourself for go catalog all this to go catalog. In the absence of all this, if they write a report, they say the president don't receive by watch him. By the recommendation, the president for doing anything, send the Auditor General to Parliament and Senate, they send you to the board. And that is what is provided for. So to not do nothing it wrong as an administration. What you don't do in a parliament, I will not control over. These are recommendations. We need 2/3 majority. Forget whatever recommendation there. So sometimes don't want to be too much maintained on our high horses. When somebody call you, irrespective of what, just go give. I mean, that clarity. He has explained series of things. Perhaps the president himself, like when they say, not the president will take money and scope, this and that, will be aware of a lot of things. But if you don't bring it out, then you left just people who don't go allege against you, forget the upper hand. Now don't allow me to call this report. And what will they go by? Now the report don't come out. And what will the constitution say when the report come out, 2 for do, and I will don't do. I appreciate the effort for explaining, but I think it is coming too late. This now, all now, what I said, not for explaining. And the tribunal, if I don't take can catalog this thing. Because even if Dr. Lima take this thing out, the watcher, the report not in the house, not State House again for anything. State House not anything. If State House interfere now, I would say, no, not a State House in function, this and that. And Parliament or the board of Auditor now. So, according to me, brother, you're not talking anything different from what an administration will talk. The president, that is why some of us have continued to admire and follow His Excellency, the retired President Julius Malala. On most of in outreach, when you talk to people, he has accepted that our economy, like even the global economy, is not doing well. That has been established. We are not doing well because of very many variables, where not just economic theories is solved. We are making strides, like where the economists clearly say, because if it had come from me, think saying politics I want to talk about. But there are indicators where they show you say this economy is not doing well. But affirmative actions are being taken for driver. Yes? Like we don't say we don't try for stabilize exchange rate, where they affect a lot of things. Because the way the exchange rate be we do the remember say na meter. By the time somebody go buy market car, where itself or go buy again, the exchange rate not done. So you're not able to forecast or you're not able to properly plan for any business because exchange rate will just gallop anyhow. But over time, you don't see it don't stabilize, we don't peg around something. So somebody will even plan out say, okay, if I sell this market at $10,000 and I want $10,000, now so amount of loans will get me $10,000. Before now, you're not able to make that judgment. You can say something. You get this money, when you think $1,000 the budget, we go something, not even give you up to $6,000. So all your projections, but now that you're able to pay her, meaning we are doing something. Also, the inflation.
Mr. Minister, the question where people don't they ask, yes, things hard all over the country, but government all over the world, but government and they put things there in place for cushioning some of the burden from the citizen there, for example, the cost of living. Different economic policies than the way the bill-led administration don't they put, but yet still the situation not a change, it gets worse every day.
No, if you tell me say the situation will change, then you only see the economy very well. Situations they change and they improve. Because the main idea, even inflation, is responsive to those economic policies. If inflation will not be able to put under control, let's say situation will change. Khadija, most of the things we do are for stimulate. Yeah. Things that we go in economics, we go to call all things being equal. Most of the theories are based on some other factors remaining constant. You understand? And those factors are not explained. Even giant economies, if you are met with a shock, something that will happen where you don't plan for, by the time you realize itself for really tackle whatever happen, it therefore shake you small. We don't get control over a lot of things we now we try for control. Now the presidency, if we continue to rely on the importation of rice, that will not get control over. Because as long as there's distortion in the supply chain, if you are able to India man for grow rice like India and cow it and salmon, either level determine how it will cancel. Waiting government in for do, we don't bring, even during COVID, we bring all the private sector together, we sit down, we discuss on how we will make sure that the supply of rice in our port at all, irrespective of what. These essential commodities will not want their shorting at all. We all agree. Government take measures for deferred tax, government give credit facilities, government give loan, even forex.
Then work.
Yes.
Then strategy in the work.
Yes.
It reflects on the lives of the ordinary Sierra Leonean now.
Yeah. Why I say so? Because in this hard economic world, most of the essential commodities will not to line for it. Meaning, yes, we still get them. And we're not going to leverage sometimes we say, rest on the salon. And I don't feel say anybody don't go to shop in on rest. There are countries where the rest almost done as salon they can buy food. Take rest. You know how it's to be. So some of the measures that will say they don't work in entirety. They work. Are they really solving the day-to-day effect on the lives of the people? It is a challenge. Why? Like the economics can rightly say, whenever there's inflation, it affects prices of commodities. When there's instability in forex, it affects the price of the commodity. What do we do? Most of the one, now you see what they like what they say, like what they rightly say. Now, we need earn more from even the manufacturing sector. Before now wondering something factory we get. Now we're up to 6. Yeah. Before now wondering cement factory we get. Now we're up to 6 cement factories. These are the stimulations we government they do for make sure they will be pushing some of this hardship. But as Sierra Leoneans, no matter what we government do, yeah, we just look at these things from a national perspective. Government will do all these triggers, but as Sierra Leoneans, if we just want to exploit the situation, government don't get control over that. People they watch more, even when they say people is just say tomorrow they come on. If you go to shop, that rest will not be 600 or 800,000, because you don't make a 1 million straight, just because of that small uncertainty we don't hear what.
So, Mr. Minister, when we go begin see left for this issue of this globalization, how global shock they affects the country. So as government, what we don't they do for get control and do the quick fix for make the global shock not go the shock we as a country.
So that is why it's not a quick fix. President say you know they do cosmetic development and have a now the president say he want to reduce with importation of essential commodities.
If the long-term plan not the work.
So now, it will interest you for no say, Salon don't drop the volume of vegetable oil we import. Because we now have vegetable oil being produced in our country. And we get 6 countries when we give them vegetable oil. You understand? So the day we reach that level, with even food production, when the fix Salon, we all appreciate and go back to communities and do real farming, then we're not going to rely on somebody in the rest.
Now we bring in the experts quickly. Mr. Ganawa.
Experts. You know Mr.
Now bring in the
economics.
Okay. Now bring it, but they talk more of government politics. Now bring in the economists for giving the reality on ground. The bill-led administration for more than take up office in 2018. They don't bring different economic policies. They revive the consolidated fund, where then normally they call the one ports, and different policy then. The previous government at some point then declare austerity where things not be they go on fine. With the current state of the salon economy now, the inflation, cost of living, and everything will surround the citizen then. The bill-led administration, then various economic policies then, they don't work for the good of Sierra Leonean them.
In analyzing an economy, you get for the using 2 sort of approaches. So in the first place, just assume say you don't be doing anything how if we don't like that's the first thing I want to do. So some of the things that we Deputy Minister will mention, these were just things that we government will do at that particular point in time for just salvage the situation so that we know where you are, just like other jurisdictions and things in there. But looking at things that we for fix the economy where everybody will feel say things are happening. Of course, once I mentioned why I start economy, not to do what they like it. There is no way possibly makes sweet talk about that. So it's something where they say every individual will always will be feeling our pockets and they'll be feeling our boss system. So in terms of policies, they don't fix policies then, but these were mostly policies that way for just response to the shocks that will be happening. Now in real time, policies that way for change an economy, normally things that we say they take time. But I think say we get few things that we don't miss along the line we in as much as we do make progress in other areas and for stimulate the economy, time for make things happen. We know far too long, we always say we can't see a young problem. I know they talk economics from a textbook point of view because I've been practicing now, not to just teach and teach. If we don't move again from certain things and what things we still need into.
Certain things that are
like, for example, as a country, over the years, I think we don't get a problem with what we call policy sequencing. Policy sequencing in a situation where, for example, I put in a simple way people don't understand here. If for set up where this chair for sit down, if you don't make sure say you don't do this entire decoration, you have to paint, you don't paint. If you can't put in chairs that have paint, within the happen, there is tendency to say you will mess up the paint. Even though now a good thing you can do for can put the chairs and so. So when it comes to policy sequencing, like for the lead denomination, we sign up the one major thing with is a strong person will be the advocate against this denomination at that time. Now that when you are for denominate, certain things and you for them they up and running and the economy. Like for example, if you are for denominate, if you're able for them make sure say the inflation rate and they come to you for them to a level where to say they really okay because inflation no matter you look at them, every economy going to get inflation. No economy don't exist without inflation. Even good for people with business. But now the what we can call the creeping inflation, we can do from 1 to then 2-3%. We not any keep going as people in the private sector. So inflation not been do well. Inflation been crazy. Then we also been getting a situation where 1 month in February the inflation be come down to a single digit, but we all be know say in order for the sustainable. So at the end of the day go back. Because when you want for do anything in the year for make sure say things consistently they happen, like really exchange rates don't stabilize for some period. So minister they talk say now you for plan. Not to say if you want to go buy markets and you know say I just need to forget my black market you buy for me, I need to forget to 23,700 I won't forget me $10,000. But prior to this time it been crazy. Then the exchange rate just be fluctuating. We'll not be able for us stabilizing things anyway, say we need it. And when we denominate, you see the pressure we have.
So that may be wrong decision.
No, yeah. The denomination not bad, but we get policy sequence, which we do force will not do. Now we don't denominate and then we will try now for cancer how we stabilize all them things. And you see the kind of way the economy been there, business will be complain, money not being there, we get like shadow for money. We even where them put the new money, you find out say people in Canada we do how much billion come on, we government say how the money lost at the bank. You always soft and they happen because of policy sequencing. But I think yesterday we did a very high level program inside all of the ministers, deputy ministers, governor, deputy governors, and top people with IMF. We did out for the entire day, we talk on different papers then because the October government one for the program starts. So, you know, realistically when you are in such gathering, then you see some of the things that really come up. You find out say we don't need we don't need to learn from them things anyway because certain things anyway we mentioned there where I know say we don't need to learn from them things anyway. Let's take for example, we come to get a sector where now if for help for change the narratives that's the mining sector. But to be honest with you, you know say they go to they get as royalty as a country now 1 month salary for government. 1 month salary where all the mining company they can put to food. Now 1 month salary, government use and pay salary 1 month. So it simply means those are areas that we will be to for get a lot of benefits. But now what they happen now in terms of policies, you find out say now they don't move now for get this wealth fund and a corporation where now they make sure say now we back in now on waiting the export rather than the royalties, because at the end of the day when people want to pay tax and they pay tax based on the profit, look at all the mining company always they declare loss. So how do we pay tax? So some of them policies they are now on the it will take time for them people to begin to realize them, but these are some of the things that we say they happen the way they are.
Ghana, our President Bill Kana Power 2018
Yes.
from one of in popular campaign message them we get for do the bread and butter. A kind of power with a finance minister whereby then they assured the nations in 6 months and they fix the broken economy where they inherit. A kind of power with a bank governor where they no they lecture na university them na the United States. A count a young policy them. A kind of power with new NRE boss where himself na a doctor from the University of South Africa. With a team who been surrounded by them. A lot of people be hopeful say they go able if they don't fix all the problem, but at least it will reflect on the lives of the people the way they're gonna market prices them at least go change a little bit. In terms of the policy advisor them, we be surround presidents, we don't say don't change finance minister them, don't change bank governor. Outside President Bill get her wrong. Now the policy them or now the policy advisor the way surround themselves with.
So I want to say this thing. Firstly, when JJ family talk about fixing the economy in 6 months, you know, as a young man, I didn't become. I don't say it's not just possible. You cannot fix any economy in 6 months. More like we know now. We know we regularity. Not only the American economy, even the American economy, when Barack Hussein Obama took over, it took them time for them to fix it. That global crunch in 2007. So certain things anyway we talk, you know, we call them rhetorics. These are just some political things, and you know, by the end of the day, you get for do things and for declare people vote for you, because I know it's not possible in 6 months for anybody to fix salon. The problem is salon everything is a priority, everything. Me and you know, nothing only in a salon we fix. So it's not just possible for them to fix them. So coming back to your question, I think we get it two approach now we get to this particular thing. One gets to do with policies, like I mentioned, policy sequencing. There are certain things, you know, where I think the how they see and waiting and come with not they work. And another thing again that nobody able to fix all the problems there. So we go into how to call it free quality education, where that be flagship for the president. You know, I don't want to go into the merit and the merit of now one day, but in some scholars they say government did well because of the numbers now that we have now. You know, so many people now went enrollment, the pass rates will increase, even though there are a lot of criticisms around those things. And when it comes to the economy, where I think say for me in the campaign, and that'll be the main message in the campaign. Besides, I think say we get them wrong as a country, or the government gets them wrong. Now the situation of the emphasis when they put on education, I think say the emphasis they for be don't place, they for don't put the same emphasis on the agricultural sector.
So now misplaced priorities.
Yeah, for me at that particular point in time, because we know everybody wants to learn more people going to school. Want for CC people and land book, forget and enlighten society. But I think the problem at that particular point in time was more on the economy, because and the problem where resonates around the economy, I not just want to put to the Bioled regime. I can say for me, it be unfortunate the time where it take over power, because a lot of things we don't go sour. You take over an economy where they say an austerity economy, it means the macroeconomic variables and they misbehave at that particular point in time. For let's say old government say we declare austerity, simply means a lot of them things here. But when it started very well, because at that time a lot of tightening be happening, you understand? Say they cut down costs, they do this, they do that, this sort of things. But in terms of the policy front, so much was not done on the agricultural sector, because as I can normally say, agriculture and manufacturing for help.
The single treasury account would they be introduced by them. It work then and still they work now based on what they be introduced?
Yes, so when you look at the thing with regime, that's where let's start a new regime, but at the end of the day, we don't actualize that. For me, I think say it's a good one. For all you get money, with the money they can answer, able to say, and that's for help in the allocation of resources in terms of the development of critical areas. But one thing where I think say, as I rightly mentioned, say the economy and the priority. For far too long, the percentage of people who live below the poverty line, that is to say, people who are insecure food-wise, is so high as recent as 2024. If you look at the report and the wealth people, they say 57% of we in this country food insecure. So it simply means say this problem of the economy in terms of our welfare, the bread and butter, which has been a problem since day one, now still a problem. So I think say now first take away President Yuri take over. Some of the energy for them be directed to that particular day. Tamba, a lot of things, but a lot of them things are not being materialized.
Okay.
Now the manufacturing sector, if you find out say industry now are the fastest growing and the salon economy, look at the basic industry really the cool. These are things that they say I think for not put so much energy on rather than I know they being an educated person and help picking them, I get a foundation, I like education, I like but I know they and I think say in terms of prioritizing at that particular point in time, looking at how people they complain about sufferness, I think the manufacturing and the agriculture should have been tourism where we also push for. It's fine, but the only problem about the tourism is that it not going to be a mainstay. But if it be a mainstay, the shocks when they happen on the world now with the pandemic, it means anything that they happen, the economy they go back to.
So the question quickly, please, so I be asked Ghana or you know what they said. Outside President Bill get wrong. Now in policy advisor them way it come in governance with not be able to get the right direction for tackle the area of cost of living, inflation, and way for try for stabilize the economy aside the misplaced priorities what you talk about.
So in such situation, I think say them come with what we already in our manifesto in terms of putting efforts, so much emphasis on the education sector. So I think say it was a misplaced priority, understand, and that if you want for put her into catalog, you put her on the people who manage the economy, because at the end of the day, whatever thing will happen at that particular point in time, if you don't just if you see you want for bread and butter, you want for solvent, then you allocate less than 10% to agriculture at that time, and now we're able to go to 10%. So it simply means at that particular point, the advisors then being 10 for concentrate on education rather than concentrating on. I'm not only saying do not concentrate on all, but I always say as a country, able to fix everything. So if you look at the one way you say that even if everybody land look here, if you like way they complain, so anytime you pass people complain, say price and they up. The bread and butter man, the first thing you look after before you look at any other thing, you have to do it. You live in, not to the expensive life and talking about, but not basic thing way for big. But at the end of the month, the minimum wage we are 800 leons, we then pay you now and then you buy a bag of rice. You must complain say the country is kind of. If you buy by a copy and the worst, because at the end of the day. So if I don't say a lot of situations they resonate around the welfare. So I think at that particular point in time, whosoever, like me personally talking to people at that time, I say the best thing for them for fix the economy. And the education is part of an economy, health is part of the economy. When they say economy, like holistic something you look at everything. But I think the issue of bread and butter, which was so popularized at that particular point in time. And I know say a lot of people voted for President Bill because of that.
Okay.
Not because of education, a lot of people.
Okay, well, when I continue for the routine program, we will come back to the minister for like the deputy minister for like respond to some of the things the way Ghana don't talk about, for like explain whether the government's policies, the economic policies, they are misplaced priorities or not. We'll go quick and take this report where David and Casey say talk to people on the current state of the country economy.
Hello viewers, the debate on television. Kawaka and some partner for can get the views of people and we, especially market women and all other people that really live in a salon for let them tell me how the current situation of the country don't affect them. More especially when it comes to the cost of living in the country, how it don't affect them. Then what are the call they make to government?
Not what you think, now what you see. It's not by thinking. thinking at you know the me, but what you they see different from thinking. Okay? This topic we ask me, so go to me directly. All you know they sell, all this financial transaction now represent them by this year. First of all, the situation we live on, like this particular market we interview soon now, we feel them greatly. Because for when they count financial transaction as salon, the profit is limited. No dey manipulate am. Where you buy 100 news, you get 5 news. Okay? Then I profit. So now, that then the economy is stable. People they still say small. Now guess now what you know triple. We don't dey beyond runaway inflation. At the same profits no more. They will get picking them family members. So just think that I affect you greatly. And the economy no dey able to not like you. Economically, even we will study the inflation, it are not able to locate this particular situation. You understand me? A situation where you need to buy less 20,000 pamphlets. Get me? You get picking the way to go school 2, 3. You get for pay for side for leave, transportation. So it's like we don't try no more. But some of us have small finance, and now we struggle. Me, I know they had them finger. The later they tell directly to the leader. You know, you will of the power. Doesn't matter. We are Sierra Leoneans. If not true Sierra Leonean, let love the power. Doesn't matter. We will hold them back. And Momoh
actually, I want to say somehow tedious, but we fight. Really not easy, but the fight and so. But now, we dey call on government because right now the way the country they go, so you know they really need for work hard for see how best the layman go able for survive, because it's not really easy. Because everywhere we go, any corner we go, man, they go and say things are difficult everywhere. So they cry on government, so at least let them able for coming, then see how best they go able for sort out that areas there.
Well, actually, it's tough, really. The economic is too low. And the fact the country is very tough, actually. You know, moreover, we, the business people, compare how things may they go before and now it's quite different. You know, the situation now really is tough. And moreover, you see, as school open again, you see how people in the found it difficult for the school, you know, activity also in the country, you know. But definitely, it's very tough.
Well, the cost of living is not easy, my brother. Because we the business people, like right now, so with the school opening, they come because we na African sellers them, we na textile sellers them. It's difficult for we because what you do, you know, say right now the school things them, now then they go on like school uniform, bag, shoe, socks, vest, you know, for them picking them. Well, the current living, who the big first lady, His Excellency Fatima Bio, for Duale Council really trade as the aid, and Excellency Julius Mada Bio for let Council really trade as the aid, for let you know say you know easy for we.
Right. This now some of the concern that we people we they reside in Freetown don't raise those are the call or the attention of government for like they will at least minimize the cost of living in the country. Remember say this now Liberty Online Television continue to follow we for all credible, factual and balanced news, and the minute David Yankee see the report.
All right, so they continue the breakfast show. Well, that's the voice of people, trader them and ordinary citizen them in the streets where they give their own opinion about the current state of living in the country. When they come out to the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Abdel Aziz Bauer, Abdel Aziz Bauer, where they with in the studio. From then clips and also waiting Mr. Ganawa don't talk. It clearly shows say, and according to Mr. Ganawa, the bill-led administration gets around from the onset because of misplaced priorities. He believes say the education have a very good initiative, but not to that government for be prioritized by them. Because una kind of power based on the promise una be make say una be tackle the issue of bread and butter. And una not able for emphasize and or lay premium on that by them. Then some of the policies them back. Now one way he believes say not on truly work well for the bill-led administration. As a government, any plan day for una go back and look at waiting una for prioritize because they clearly show say always una don't implement, not on the work for the citizens.
Khalida, when you listen to Ghana, it tells you the government very responsive to what will happen. Firstly, it tells you even before now with mining policies, what the government will get from the mining sector. We don't want happening that it doesn't make any money to me. So how do we improve on that? We set ourselves that it is not about now you go sell and can't tell me how much you make and pay percentage on that. Look at what you export and you pay me based on that. That is still trying to adjust to the realities in life. We can with the hope saying a human capital development, right? That promise human capital development. A one salon being known based on the human resource value, not mineral resources. So therefore, it's a we can 26% of the budget will go on education. Let us also look at a situation where all this economic challenge we face. If government nobody pay fees, the fee picking them, get some of them interventions will do in education. If all the body that because sit down and pay, if I don't be very if I don't devastate the whole situation. So gradually, in our second in, the president of the state said, okay, we don't try in education, we don't achieve a lot. Drop out level, we don't reduce them, we don't increase enrollment. But what we need to do now to address the basic economic challenges? We say fixed salary. Fixed salary means we now redirect ourselves at the agricultural sector. That redirection to agriculture, not to that petty things we do. We really want serious investment in the agricultural sector to the extent that we produce, we will feed ourselves and export. When we produce, feed ourselves and export rice, we don't get nothing if I talk about price of rice on gold. That is where we are now. That is within the as a government we look at. But as an economist, like we rightly say, if we inherit an economy in austerity, or what you know now, we inherited an economy in austerity. We are planning to see how we meander around that economy in austerity. Then we had that shock.
Well,
so,
6 years not only in governance.
So that is why even the figures where they produce for you, tell you say, we are not stuck in one place. The shock comes, you meet this, you are planning to clear this. Internally, the external factor can't hit you. You will struggle first, you adjust yourself, then you pick up again. So in the absence of any other thing, all things being equal, I think the variables which show you say economically or by indicator we are moving. Inflation is going down, even if it is in multi-speed as how our critics might put it, but we are doing something for us to put inflation down. We don't see even in the manufacturing sector we are growing. The number of Sierra Leoneans when they do business now, they increase, and government they still do them things and for pushing the hardship. Let us all go back, embrace just the way people they embrace the human capital development. If we all go back and embrace feed salary, we all go back and farm and take the country back to those days where we know they produce rice and export, where the Abbas all they eat, now per guinea for Blanca for me, now they produce by the in country. I mean, if we patronize, like we get egg factory, now Makini, one of the largest egg factory, now Makini, if we patronize those local industries, I think simply we will generate the relevant income and we will sustain the local industries in the economy. The moment we have pervasive within the country, all the body must sit on our government aid, the government will address some of those things. The policies, no economic policies on the way they just not matches the gradual model they like. The effect comes gradually. And every day, if we don't really achieve anything, all the international bodies, nobody can still listen to it and make interventions. It is because they are seeing our policies are working. In driving the economy, there are two policies, fiscal and monetary policies. if the two don't speak together, sometimes it can be a challenge. Rightly said, if inflation is not kept under control, then perhaps it's time for you to do what we do, change the denomination of the currency, this and that. What effect will it have? But not that this is not a policy that does not work, but perhaps within the environment, it will take a time for let it really show in real effect.
So you agree with the missteps them will be happen during the
not necessarily
of the
misstep.
policies,
It is not necessarily
economic
misstep.
policies.
Whatever policy you put in
So
place.
Usal have been getting wrong.
No, we have not got anything wrong. If we get wrong, one, the president can appoint somebody. Like we categorize all the people that will the president bring on board for let them really make decision for him. If you think say now you need to come down, the policy advice we can with is not producing the desired effect. Like any other Sierra Leonean, it's okay, wait first, but I don't carry that on.
But Mr. Barr, currently as a Sierra Leonean and somebody will hold position in this government, you're proud of how they deliver, especially in the area of cost of living.
Khadija, don't just focus on the cost of living. The economist, I am an economist. I am an economist.
As an
also.
economist.
The economists don't tell you say the microeconomic variables look a little bit favorable. It will take time for let the full effect show. Am I proud of this? Yes.
But this now for the elite class, we go know. Waiting that ordinary Sierra Leonean one for year, na solution to the problem.
And the solution
La go na
is
market, I not buy plazas 10,000. La go na market, I not buy pepper 20,000 for cup.
okay.
Now then the Sierra Leonean
So would I
one for
you want let you plan the paper so that you will buy less. That is why we dey redirect the budget to agriculture. And when we don't achieve what we want to achieve, this thing that always highlights. So this, how many years we don't take into the second administration? It's just one
So
year.
redirecting the government budget to agriculture, it means say now agriculture now they can prioritize
No.
and forget about the other areas.
No, we are not forgetting about it. Even we be saying our education will prioritize. Did we forget about energy? Did we forget about agriculture? No. But what we try for here, we dey put the energy now, like the economy say, or like what they say. We want to see that all these policies or all our efforts now, they will tell on the prices of essential commodities. And like what we say, when they produce oil, how do we make sure the prices of those oil go down? Most times, them people wey dey do business are foreigners. All they do is take them thing and sell them.
Even when they produce oil and salon,
No, I make I tell you. So
the
if
price then still high.
yes,
Till the when they produce na salon, they are passing them when they import them.
and that is where most times when they say government not for do business. But they will allow the private sector for do business. That's the disadvantage.
So now the private sector the is price.
That's the disadvantage. When the private person do business, it aim na for maximize profit. If na government they do business, it aim na for deliver service. So irrespective of the traders what they do, if na only the private person or foreigners they take advantage when they produce na profit and maximize. Perhaps if we get more Sierra Leoneans doing business and government put this money that they have for let them do business, they don't get no sign for care with the money, now the money will stay. That is why we are encouraging. When you see government, they give them half money there, similar, they sponsor. Then small businesses and for let them develop. And these are the reasons. Over the time, we don't see lots of people, administrators, other Indians, now they almost they do produce every other thing when me and you rely on. When they produce them, now profit they want to make. But if we have our Sierra Leonean brothers encourage, we create the enabling environment for let we brothers then do business. The effort we government they make, it will show.
All right, quickly, we try for wrap up the program. Lord bring in the economists, Mr. Ganawa. A lot of people them opinion pulls them on the command Sierra Leoneans and they write different opinion pieces them about the state of the economy. Scholars them don't they talk, and one of the popular one are that suggesting to government say at this point for declare austerity. From an economist point of view, you don't analyze the state of the economy, you don't give you all the variables then. You think say it's time for declare austerity.
I don't think so. Say it's time for the austerity. The reason being that austerity gets austerity will declare and then very good so what we mention. If they go like a backward, like for example, the inflation instead of it come down, they go things that they happen when they say it just they get worse off, then naturally you will decide to declare austerity. But with the variables saying how did they go, and also some of the IMF program they can activate IMF program again for the new program for October. So if then things are all they happen, they are not things that they get reason for them to declare austerity. But going back to the issue of bread and butter, I think it is something we as the country we don't fight over this thing. For maybe small, there is no point in time when salon ever sweet for me. I don't know if it don't sweet for other people. The one I mean sweet, where you will say the price of goods and services and always no. At every point in time, this complaint on the Deputy Minister of Information, where I think say the whole cabinet, and at the end of the day, you will put pressure on this. Let we try as much as we can to this country. There not just be a situation.
But there is the feed salon.
Yeah,
you see prospect.
Well, now that's now I can't say. The one that Minister Maka and Chief Minister and just commodity and don't showcase again. Say they don't learn some things and the way they try to replicate a salon. Let we be mindful of the investors then. We can get investors they can sign. They don't get money. Go then go and tell they go for money. Some people they don't come the last year to my home. It's almost 5 years now, nobody again. So I think say and every day salon we spend some time the people they complain, the Uber drivers then they complain to you like they're bitter about how the economy is. But the reason why make them more bitter than Sierra Leone that then we don't go like better level than Musa we where you don't used to some level then you kind of more feel pain than somebody will never reach that level. But objectively the feed salon I think say for B they take away for reduce this particular question of people. But if the feed salon not work, Khadija, if the feed salon not work, then we'll go back to what we need. So Mr. Government really need for put all the necessary apparatus in place for this feed salon.
So Mr. Ghana, government in, government out in terms of the economic policies, them you think say one thing we make the citizen and they feel the pinch and then they able get the reality from all we taking in at the policies them. You think say na the economic mispriority policies that we can responsible for the suffering where people and they go through?
So me salon objectively I get few things that we can always say that in the ball of this country. Even when government choose for prioritize, we get certain things that we know they ever work with. Now I see we don't get NAMED, we don't become an agency, and I see they don't sign MOU recently with audit service and then they make progress. Then we assume say NAMED, all in all thing constant say they even work well. That help can help in making sure that we get value for money. Because another thing again, you might put all the energy, all the budget allocation to agriculture, but if the M&E component, that is to say, for less service will be delivered, let things that actually happen. Not just like you get your picking, you pay school fee for you put on one of the most expensive school, you put all the money, if you know the monitor for watch in progress, trust me, after some time, then you will check and you know say not do anything, you put all the money you put. So I think say as a country, M&E is a major challenge in most of what's in the happen. Even the education will not put so much money. M&E really need for when M&E up and running, the final say they wonder when people they see praise Igami. Now one of the key things that I'm going to play with. They ensure say you get a country where if you put 1,000 into this thing, therefore ensure say they do nothing there. I don't say corruption of the day. I know they say that, but at the end of the day, they ensure say because you know say where they give money for fix here, they give Khadija money for fix this studio, they never can watch if we fix the studio as they may say. Trust me, Khadija no get no option rather than for them to spend all the money and get the equipment. But if they get the money, They nobody make for can check on them. They will go buy this where the actual quality way for buy for sound is studio for 5 years. They will go buy the always server for 6 months. After that, they don't go. So what I normally believe in the management of an economy, it's not just about the policies. It's about how you do those follow-ups, you go about those audits, you go about the M&E, so that at the end of the day, the value for money will be actualized. You don't just need to spend money, and at the end of the day, government schools, you spend money per teacher. You forget the system where even for the English, the teachers and the teach. When school open, you know, for each 1 week, 2 weeks, and then the teach people beginning. All land in a taxpayers' money, and then they use for pay you. So if they use them for pay you, government forgets the mechanism. So concentrating on field alone, putting resources there, getting the private sector there. And one key thing you mentioned, again, way for me, very key. When you look at the pricing formula for things that they produce and salon, they're always higher than the one where they import. Let's take for example rice. So the time where the chief minister had been changing Saka, one time they called the economic association of saying, following undertake a research before election, can you know election period, nobody know about elections. Waiting at the problem about the pricing formula? Why make rest where they produce here expensive than the rest where they import? So even though they try to work on the agricultural sector, the things that they produce here, we really need to make sure see those are things that because they're not beginning to produce all the rest, they're still there past what you really produce. So when doing these things, and some of them technical things here, we not just need for just get the holistic broad picture of the policy, but a lot of underlying technical aspect needs to be looked at because as a country, the only way that they even forget policies there and even for the world.
So over to you, Mr. Deputy Minister. Wetin government dey do for get a fix for address the issues of the economy wey go become a reality rather than explaining the policies, explain some of the things una don do, the global shock wey dey affect we as a country. Wetin una dey do for address this situation as soon as possible?
Thank you very much, and always go reference Mr. Lanawa because he talks like Israelian. You know, government will get beautiful policies. Government will implement a lot of strategies for them. Because as Australians, the president or government will always pass these things through us. Even the creation of the National Monetary Evaluation Directorate, presenting me there as a director of the economic sector. Now, a vision for the president for which we are accountable for a few things we respect. I think that is really very key. Like what the president will say, they say you go bring investors and kind of tough. If really the fertilizer don't we have farmer. And at the correct time, because sometimes if you go give fertilizer to farmer, when the time wait for user, they don't pass and sell it the So I think those are the challenges we all as citizens really pay attention to how government is spending money and how we'll get the best out of them things and the government is spending. When I say government, now we all know government. And one person will ever change anything. Collectivity. With collective security, what will make you achieve this? If you meet somebody they sell fertilizer, say raise alarm. If you meet somebody they sell ceilings, I mean, that is why the National Monetary Evaluation Directorate was created. That some of these things we look at them. We get beautiful projects. I can always say there is not a year, not me, the superintendent agriculture minister of many parts of the country. Even though they say in our first inning we prioritize education, there is not a year when the Ministry of Agriculture will get at least $30 million project. Now, not so, even just for your own time. From your time, there's not a year when the Ministry of Agriculture not get at least $30 million. Just change $30 million to yours. Where have we spent all these monies? What are the effects of all these things? I was in a meeting with WFP. I said the only way we will solve the problem if you plan to redundant yourself. We don't have to be seeing WFP all along. From when they were with WFP day, when I reach some side, we won't look for WFP again. That is, when I don't capacitate the country so much that we don't need somebody for country with food. Every child able to grow food and even supply the schools. Every district will feed himself. But if there's always going to be WFP, this and that, I mean, it's just job creation. So as Iranians, like he rightly said, Let us not have about people that for can solve the problem. Let us look at whatever the president they come with, government they come with, the best use of those funds now with collective responsibility. Like one there, so because it's a private setting, like do very well. But if this is a government thing, nobody cares. Even if at this match chair, somebody never pay attention. But I know say this thing channel can get one change. So that is why we have emphasized civic education with civic responsibility on those things we government want to for we. How do we collectively own it? Now we not take government as different from us. What the government they do? What will they do as a country? For make sure that the president said we should feed ourselves. We not ever give foreigners. We not ever give people who will just enrich themselves. Okay. But if you go back home, there's a very big rice farm. You know, so when you produce that rice, you village you able to feed them. That support the government they give you, and with no responsibility. If you not give the support, now come back and say, hey, Minister of Information, I want to go to farming, I need tractor. Well, today they don't give tractor. They will push, without for you the tractor, without for you the seedling, without for you the fertilizer, for make sure say we are paying it.
Many thanks.
But if you just sit on at this studio and say what the government they do, let us increase our collective responsibility towards the state. Nobody is going to fix this economy for us. We should all participate. No policy will work if the environment not there. So let us maintain the peace with the president they talk about, and let us collectively participate in building our nation. All right,
Bokari Abdel Aziz Bar, Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. Many thanks for joining at the studio this morning for Kangiwi government perspective and also talk about an economic policy then way don't they do for ensure to stabilize the economy, and also many thanks to we economists we join we self at the studio give a own professional point of view as a lecturer na Frabe College in the lecture na the Economics and Commerce Department. Mohammed Ibrahim Justice Ganawa. Many thanks for yourself joining me at the studio this morning for can talk about this very important topic where they affect the lives of Sierra Leonean them. Well, now they end the Liberty Breakfast Show for today. Many thanks we wanna join me this morning for always listen to credible information they will bring Cantona through this particular digital platform. And na Princess Pierce then produced the program, Emmanuel Malik Campbell and Dennis Kamara, and they make una watch we live through the technical support we then give the production team. Mina Khadija Bangra, they say have a blessed day.
And Mina Princess Pierce, they say tata.
Yes,